Welcome back to the channel, where we break down everyday topics to help you sharpen your mind. Today, we're diving into something that's more important now than ever: critical thinking. We'll explore how to approach information carefully, and I've got a real-world example from none other than Janet Jackson herself. Let's jump in. So, what exactly is critical thinking? In short, it's the ability to analyze information, question what we're told, and make informed decisions based on evidence, not just hearsay. It's about not taking things at face value, especially in a world full of constant media, social networks, and rapid-fire information. Critical thinking helps us cut through misinformation, look at the facts, and ask the right questions before we jump to conclusions. Now, let's look at a real-world example of why critical thinking matters. In September 2024, Janet Jackson made some comments in an interview where she repeated a false claim about Vice President Kamala Harris's racial identity. Jackson said she had heard that Harris's father was white, but that's not true. Harris's father is actually a black man from Jamaica, and her mother is Indian. Janet was simply repeating what she had heard, but after facing backlash, she apologized, admitting her comments were based on misinformation. This situation is a perfect example of how easy it is to accept and spread misinformation when we don't stop and think critically. So, what could have been done differently? Let's break it down. When you hear something, especially something as sensitive as someone's racial identity, there are a few simple steps you can follow to engage your critical thinking muscles. Pause and reflect. Ask yourself, does this information make sense? Is it backed up by reliable sources? Check the facts. A quick search or looking into credible sources could have shown Janet Jackson that Kamala Harris's father isn't white. Critical thinkers use fact-checking as a way to avoid spreading misinformation. Consider the impact. What harm can come from repeating this? In this case, questioning Kamala Harris's identity can feed into larger political agendas that aim to delegitimize her accomplishments. Admit mistakes and learn, just like Janet did when she apologized. Acknowledging that you've been misinformed is a critical part of growth. In today's world, information spreads faster than ever. Whether it's from social media, the news, or even friends and family, it's easy to get caught up in misinformation. But here's the thing. Critical thinking helps us slow down and make sense of what's really true. Remember, not everything we hear is factual, and it's up to us to be responsible consumers of information. In Janet's case, her mistake highlights just how important it is to double-check what we hear, especially in a world where information can be manipulated or misunderstood. So, let's take Janet's experience as a reminder. Before we share information or accept it as fact, let's stop, think, and do a little research. That's the power of critical thinking. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you've ever been caught up in misinformation and how you handled it. And as always, stay curious, stay informed, and think critically. Thanks for watching. See you next time.